Oh, dah. Apakah? Apa yang saya ingat madam?
Taruh alas meja.
Alas meja. Okey. Tak perasan.
Kami artis, kami artis. Online kita tak tahu berapa orang. Online tak tahu berapa orang. Tak ada tengok. Kita can fill up 50% of the
Seratus. Yang dalam ini pun 100. Kata dulu. Ada tak tambah?
Ada 50 boleh.
Buat half kan? Ini dapat panggil lagi ya.
Ya, depan. Taruh orang lah. Bos.
Seorang.
Syam pun tak ada.
Staff dia.
Kalau macam ini depan, bos. Bisa sejuk kan? That's all dah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our Honorable Hospital Director of Sultan Ahmad Shah Medical Center, Profesor Dr. Muhammad Safi Awang, Director Administration, Madam Zuraida Hassan, Senior Deputy Director Strategy and Corporate Affairs, Dr. Siti Zainab Tauhid, Deputy Directors, Specialists, Medical Officers, Matrons, Sisters and all staff. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. Dear brothers and sisters, to start the monthly assembly number 5 2021, I would like to invite all staff to stand up for National Anthem, Negaraku and IIUM song.
Nama tak beri.
Let's lead the way, light in the future, share the wisdom through the spirit of wisdom, revelation, and reason. Shall we shall prevail. Merging faith and knowledge, we become fast. Will fulfill. We are one. Together, we make a better place forever. Expand the culture of people. Are you there? It's the evil. Together, we make a forever. Expand the culture of people. Are you there? It's the evil. Mercy is with all
Thank you, everyone. All of you may take your seat. To begin this ceremony with the blessings of the Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we would like to invite Brother SASMEC IIUM bin Muhammad Faris from Department of Medical Record to lead the dua recitation. Please welcome.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الفاتحة بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, most merciful, all praise is due to Almighty Allah, the cherisher and sustainer of the world. May the peace and mercy of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad, his family, companions, and followers. Ya Allah, Ya Alim, Ya Hakim, raise our faith to reach the most perfect faith and make our conviction to be the most of excellent conviction. Make our intention to be the best of intention, our action to be the best of action. Ya Allah, Ya Fattah, Ya Halim, make us enjoy your righteous guidance, which we do not seek to change, the path of truth, from which we do not deviate, a well-guided intention, which we do not doubt. Let us live so long as our life is spent in your obedience, adorn us with the adornment of the righteous, and clothe us with the ornament of the fierce, and spreading good behavior, lowering the wing of humility, beauty of conduct, pleasantness in relationship, advancing toward excellence, preferring graciousness, avoiding condemnation, being gracious to the undeserving, speaking the truth, though difficult. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alameen. Thank you, Brother SASMEC, for the beautiful dua. May our event today run smoothly and be blessed by the Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. My name is Aida Nazira binti Muhammad Nasri from Department of Medical Social Work Department. I will be your MC for today's monthly assembly. Alhamdulillah, we are now gathered once again today to commemorate the Sultan Ahmad Shah Medical Center monthly assembly for October 2001. To continue the next segment, let us watch the SASMEC monthly report for May until September 2001. Now, it is my pleasure to welcome Now, it is my pleasure to welcome the Hospital Director of the Sultan Ahmad Shah Medical Center, Prof. Dr. Muhammad Safi bin Awang, to give us his speech. Please welcome.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. In the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the most precious, the most merciful, and salam and salawat to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and his companion. Thank you very much to the chairperson, my colleague, Madam Zuraida, Dr. Siti Zainab, I think HOD, some HOD kalau ada kat sini lah, online as well, and all my brothers and sisters. Okay, Alhamdulillah, praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we are able to do call hybrid, but the number of physical attendance in this auditorium has increased as opposed to like what we had before. Now, I have a few things which I'd like to share with you. I think with regards to our direction of the hospital, whether you realize or not, we are already approaching the final quarter of this year. So in the next 2 months, we will be leaving 2021 and enter 2022. For your information, I hope you already know that in 2019, we have already our first hospital strategic planning for 2019 and 2020. And for this year and next year, we have our second round of strategic planning. And for 2 years period. So inshallah, I think by inshallah next week, we will have a presentation to the industry director with regards our 10 years projection. Okay, how do we go and project ourselves, not only locally but also nationally, in terms of what we should be as a niche area for this hospital. Okay, so sama-sama berdoa lah, hopefully it will be a successful presentation and get a blessing from the university so that we can move forward. On this note, I'd like to take this opportunity also to explain to you your role as the employee of this institution in terms of when we say that we are as a Sharia compliance hospital. Okay, because you are, I consider every person working here as the ambassador. Okay, sebagai apa nama? Ambassador yang Melayu panggil apa? Duta. Okay, to spread the message. Because hopeless if we have the certification as Sharia compliance hospital, yet our staff don't understand what it means. Okay, so let me tell you briefly about this. Okay, now for your information, the direction of being hospital compliance hospital is not only, or it did not happen last night or a month or a year ago. Okay, so for your information, the decision made by university way back before this building is physically up, right? So where at that time university decided in terms of design that hospital comply the Sharia in terms of that is facing towards the Qibla, okay? And also whether you realize or not that the toilets that we use every day is actually away from the Qibla. Okay, so right from the beginning before we established this building. Subsequently, when we first operated this hospital way back in August 2016, there are already programs, activities imposed on employee ataupun pekerja-pekerja di sini, staff of SASMEC, to follow to all this so that everybody have a clear mind, be ready up to the level that we will be able to certify ourselves as the hospital Sharia compliance. Okay, so let me say over the years, 2016, 2017, and so on, more activities are created, okay, to fulfill the needs for everybody to understand each very the rules or your rules, okay, into going to direction of being a hospital, a Sharia compliance hospital. Okay. Now, when you look at the detail of when we say ISO means that we set a certain rules or certain areas that we want it to be certified. So this why kalau you tengok the ISO QMS, Quality Management System, means we pick and we want it to be recognized and certified. So it started from the smallest one, I think, to the biggest one. Smallest in the sense that if you want to mop, okay, you have to make sure that whatever material that we use is halal. Okay, the food that is prepared to the patients, okay, are halalan thayyiban. Okay, sama dengan there's so many things that we have to discuss. Maksudnya, at the end of the day, whatever we want to certify, all in place according to the Sharia. Okay, so I hope that this what we plan will be this cascade down, and you will understand, okay, what it means when we say it's a compliant hospital, a Sharia compliant hospital. The other thing which I like to mention here is about the core values, right? So you all know when we say restore, right? So RESTU, okay, responsible. So responsible means everybody is responsible to yourself, responsible to your subordinate, your pekerja ke bawah, okay, responsible to your whatever you're being given amanah. Okay, so you do not need somebody to tell you, because kalau you are a responsible person, example, if you walk after office hour, you see the room is still, light is still on, aircon is still on. So if you are a responsible person, you just go in, switch off the lights, switch off the aircon. Similarly, you see somebody walking around, don't know where to go. It's your responsibility as a staff of SASMEC to guide them. itu responsibility. Begitu dengan kemudiannya excellent. I put excellent in the last. Okay, lepas sincerity, work with sincerity. Okay, very important because the thing is sometimes I know it goes back into overtime, for example. If you can do something within the period, your office time, 8 to 5, do it during 8 to 5. Okay, don't carry over up to 5. Because, sometimes if you carry up to 5, then you get overtime. But you have to imagine, you have to understand that even I don't know that you are carrying up to 5, but Allah knows. So whatever you get, whatever pay you get after that, there's no barakah. There's no barakah into that. Okay? So I'll tell you one of the channel which I like to watch at home is National Geographic. 2 days ago, there was a channel about a casino in Las Vegas. They interviewed 3 groups. Group number 1 is the robber, perompak yang pergi merompak. Because there's so many. If you go to Las Vegas, there are so many casinos. Not only one casino, there's so many. So these robbers ni, every month they akan go and rob. Alright? So another group is the gambler. They're gambling. So we know how to play with the cards. So they can trick the other guy and then he can win. The third group is a pseudo. She's not a prostitute, but claim to be a prostitute. So she go mingle around with the customer and bring back to the hotel. Okay, she will drop 2 drops of fruit inside. The customer that inside. And she will rob and she will. So they do it in a regular period. So what does it mean? Every time when they rob millions. But they rob again. Maksudnya, duit yang dia dapat itu tidak barakat. Imagine if you got 1 million is there's no need for them to go and rob again. But if there's no barakah into what you get, this is what happens. So no matter how much money you get, alright, if there's no barakah, you pay all the time, you just need more money and money. Okay, so that's why I think there's something that culture that we need to cultivate within our society is that we must work in sincerity lah. Kalau you're not being paid here di dunia, insyaAllah di akhirat Allah will pay. Alright, that goes also the sincerity and the trust. Okay, and then unity. We must work together. One department must work with the other department. Alright, so we must be responsible. Rector always say, don't work in silo. Okay, satu department nak tengok dia tak boleh gaduh. Okay, Alhamdulillah, I'm seeing a good, good relationship and good collaboration between the department, and I hope you will stay that way. So at the end of the day, we combine all these 4 plus the last one is excellence. So maksudnya kalau everybody understand all the 4 values, so then we will become a good society, a good organization, right? So I think yesterday we had a meeting on the management review meeting. After the auditing, and then I think insyaAllah, Department of PR will lead into to find how much your understanding about the 5 core values that you wanted to cultivate within us. Okay? Dan I think saya rasa apa lagi yang saya rasa yang saya nak sebutkan, so that everybody understand where is our direction, where we going to go for this after this, so there are the short term plan, we have got long-term plan, because at the end of the day, the long-term plan is actually how we can, to bring out us from so that the world know us, and also another way of us generating income. Okay, so the last bit I want to say is that because 1st of August recently, we already 1st of August, yeah?
Yes.
1st of August, we announced that those who are government servant, they no longer pay 50%, children 17 years old below, they don't have to pay. So in that portion, we lose some portion on that part. So as the hospital management, we have to look on other revenue so that we can generate more income to top up what we lost from this group. Okay, that's why we need to have plan. Okay, so nak main bola pun kena ada plan, nak main badminton pun kena ada plan. Similarly, in hospital, you need to be planned. So you need to plan everything. So when you don't have money, problem. Nak beli ni pun very difficult. Imagine, right? So nak pergi makan pun difficult. But now, still luxury lah. Alhamdulillah, every time ada meeting, ada makan. Imagine tak ada duit, nak pergi mana duit? There's no money. Okay? So itu saja saya daripada saya. I hope everybody understand the direction of the hospital. If there's any problem, you can always come and approach me or any of the top management. I really hope that everybody in this room and those online and everybody, the staff of SASMEC can be the ambassador and spread the words. Okay, the our system.
Surveillance 15-17 surveillance audit November.
Okay. The very last before I leave. Just to echo what I say about the ISO, alright? So once we get the ISO, doesn't mean we relax for 2 years, something like that, alright? So there's still work need to be done. The only problem, the problem is always to sustain. Macam mana kita nak kekalkan kita punya performance, alright? So we already had our internal auditors did their cross examination. Yesterday we had the meeting on the 15th. In November,
15, 17.
15 and to 17th of November, the ceiling auditors will come and audit us. So I need a full cooperation from everybody, all right, to work so that we will continue to have this certification. All right, so if we don't have a good cooperation from you, means we fail lah. All right, so on that note also, cuti dibukukan. Okay, very important I must say here, between the 15 and 17, even myself I cannot go anywhere. So the 15, 17, if you want to get married during that time, change before or after 15, 17. Any important, so 15 and 17, make sure all HOD, please take note this, cuti dibukukan. Okay, sorry sometimes you have to be cruel to be kind. What to do, that's life. Okay, so itu saja daripada saya. Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you for your speech, Dato'. I would like to invite Prof. Dr. Muhammad Saufi to remain on the stage for next prize giving ceremony. Firstly, we would like to present the SASMEC IIUM Merdeka Beautification Competition 2001. This competition was held from August until September 2001. This competition consists of 2 categories. There are clinical and non-clinical categories. Without further ado, we are pleased to invite Dato' to present the prize to the winners. The third place for clinical categories goes to Department of Emergency and Trauma.
Berapa ringgit ya?
3-0 lah tu kau.
The winner will receive RM 100 and a trophy. Second place for clinical category goes to Surgery Clinic.
Lepas nasi gula ni, RM200.
The winner will receive RM 200 and a trophy. And the winner for SASMEC IIUM Merdeka Beautification Competition 2001 for clinical category is Child Health Center.
Ini dah lama dah ni.
The winner will receive RM 300 and a trophy.
Okay.
For non-clinical category, the third place goes to Office of Legal and Governance Compliance.
Lain macam sumi lagi ni. Badan dia ready letak kat gambar.
The winner will receive an 100 ringgit and a trophy.
Tapi baru boleh lah.
Dua. Dia pasal kabel aku. Buat bilik lah. Menang.
Second place goes to Department of Quality and Safety, Department of Human Resource and General Administration.
Silap.
The winner will receive an 200 ringgit and a trophy.
Okay, tanya.
And the winner for SASMEC IIUM Medical Beautification Competition 2001 for non-clinical category is Department of Quality and Safety Assurance.
Ya, betul ni.
The winner will receive an 200 ringgit and a trophy.
Okay, tanya.
Kita beronceng balik lah tu. Kita beronceng balik makan.
For your information, Department of Public Relations has organized a SASMEC IIUM TikTok competition on COVID-19 prevention on July 2001. The TikTok videos should educate public on how to prevent the COVID-19 virus. Next, we would like to present the winners for the SASMEC IIUM TikTok competition.
Kau boleh main ke benda ni?
Aduh.
Ada gimmick ke? Ada
The
gimmick?
third place of winner goes to Sister Rehan binti Banul Abidin.
Kawan ikut aku. First sekali, buat sanitize tangan korang pakai sanitizer dulu. Jangan pakai mask. Pakai dekat tangan, jangan pakai dekat kaki. Gosok-gosok, dah siap. Yang kedua, pakai face mask. Face mask nak lagi mujarab, korang kena pakai dua lah. Alright. Face mask ni disponsor oleh SASMEC IIUM. Okay, jangan dia macam patuh aku. Suka duduk rapat. So kena jarak 1 meter. Alright, 1 meter. Bye-bye.
Cari satu ni. Pelakon utama.
Yes. Yes. Jangan lupa. Menang juga akhirnya.
First runner-up goes to Outpatient Pharmacy Unit.
Macam mana nak bagi satu department ni? RM150.
The winner will receive an 100 ringgit.
Nasi lah, macam mana?
And the winner is Brother Alfi Ikhwan bin Nur Azman.
Smooth like butter, like criminal undercover. Don't pop like trouble, breaking into your heart like that. Yeah, I will call my mother. Hot like summer, then I make me sweat like that. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I will try to do. I got the superstar glow. Ooh, that's why I love this baby.
Boleh jadi designer apa ni?
Tanya.
The winner will receive RM300 indeed. Congratulations to all winners and thank you, Datuk, for spending your time for this prize giving ceremony. Before we end our assembly today, let us invite team from Department of Sharia Compliance on the stage to lead this salawat recitation in conjunction with the celebration of Maulidul Rasul. Please welcome. We would like to invite Datuk.
Awal dia. Buat macam mu sendiri pula.
Laki boleh. Yang dapat dia tu, naik atas. Aku buka lemak. Megan tu.
Sudah bergerak. Gila. Naik pun apa. Tapi ada orang lead kan? Orang lead tak perlu tadi.
Boleh.
Allahumma salli wa sallim wa barik alaihi sallallahu sallam alaihi sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ya Nabi salam alaika, Ya Rasul salam alaika, Ya Habib salam alaika, salawatullah alaika. Sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam sallallahu ala Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ashraqal badru alaina فاختفت منه القدور مثل حسنك ما رأينا قط يا وجه السرور. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. أنت شمس أنت بدر أنت نور فوق نوري أنت إكسير وغالي أنت مصباح الصدور. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا حبيبي يا محمد يا عروس الخفقين يا مؤيد يا ممجد يا إمام القبلتين. صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. وبارك عليه صلى الله وسلم عليه.
We would like to express our sincere gratitude and special thanks to everyone who are involved directly and indirectly in making this program a success. With that, we end our assembly today with takbir kafarah and surah Al-As. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Yes.
Bila mau tiga orang?